Hi everyone, it's Liv from Knits by Liv, and today I am doing another knitting podcast. And in this podcast I am going to just basically be chatting and knitting, so it's like a knitter natter, I suppose. I've got some really exciting things to knit on and I'm really happy. Basically, at the minute I am starting a shawl. Look how tiny it looks. Yeah, it looks very tiny, but this is the pattern by Handy Little Me. Really love her patterns and I love her website. I will leave her Instagram below and her website as well. I think her name is Louise. And the pattern I will link below as well. So this is how it starts. So I started off with 2 stitches and I've just increased all of the increased upwards. And why I've got a little pineapple marker here is because I need to know the difference between the right side, between the knit side and the KFB side. So when it's on the pineapple, I just knit a whole row, and when it is not on the pineapple, I KFB in the first stitch and KFB in the last stitch, and that is your increase. So you're basically doing 2 increases on each row, every other row, because then this row you're doing a knit, but it will explain it in the pattern that Louise has done for you. So this yarn that I'm using is by King Cole, and it is the Splash, I think it's just called Splash, but yeah, I did mention this in one of my videos and I just love the colours. I think once this shawl is finished and blocked, it's going to look so pretty. Like, I just love the patterns of the colours. So yeah, and the needles I'm knitting it on are 3.75mm, and I think this is a 100cm cable. Could be wrong, but I think it is 100cm, and yeah. I do have other things that I'm also knitting on, but at the minute I'm really wanting to try and finish this shawl because I really want to start wearing it. So yeah, I've just KFB'd the first stitch, and now I'm just knitting all the way to the end, and then on the last stitch another KFB, so knit front back. Earlier today I tried to do the other way of knitting, so I don't know what you call it. I don't know what like method it is, but if I just try and show you, it's like when you hold your yarn there, you go into this stitch, go round like that, and then loop it off that way, instead of doing it in, round, up and down, instead of that. So I was really trying and I just can't grasp it. I just cannot do it, but it'd be really great if I could, because it's a faster way, but I will try again. So I've got my yarn here. I'm going to go into that stitch, round, down and up. Like, I can do it, but I'm not very comfortable with doing it, if that makes sense. Hold on, let me zoom in. Right, okay. So, I think you hold the yarn like that, and then you go in, round, and up, so. Oh, it's not easy. I really struggle with knitting this way. I feel like I'm gonna like lose the stitch off my needle. People can do it this way like really, really fast. But I can't do it. As I think it's called the English method, or I don't know what they call it, but it's just you're doing more movements with your hands, where the other one is just basically one movement, or two movements, I suppose. But with this one, I'm doing quite a few movements. You have to put your needle in, yarn over, pull it down, and then pull it off. So you're kind of like, I don't know, it's not the same, is it? Whereas your yarn's this way, on the other method, it is a lot easier, but I just can't knit very fast with it. It would take me probably quite a long time to learn. Stitch, and I'm going to KFB. So knit in the stitch, go round, and then I'm not going to pull it off my needle, and I'm going to go around the stitch and into the back of the stitch, yarn over, and then pull it off, and that's another increase we've just done. Guys, I'm going to have a little rant here. I'm going on holiday, and I don't know if I should say the company that I'm flying with, because I don't want to put like a bad name to them or anything. But the company that I'm flying with, the airline, won't let me have knitting needles on the flight. I'm really so disappointed. The airport that I'm going to lets me have needles in the airport. It's completely fine with it. Security's completely fine with it, so I could just walk around knitting in the airport while I wait for my flight. But as soon as I'm on the flight, you know, your needles and your wool have to be in your suitcase underneath the in your suitcase where it goes under the cabin, under the plane. So it can't be in your hand luggage, because apparently it is seen as a threat. I mean, I kind of get it. Like, I get the fact that it can be a threat. But, I mean, I don't think these needles are very sharp anyway. I don't know what you guys think, but I don't think they're sharp at all. Well, I don't know. I mean, and then what I did is I asked if I could have, I asked the airline if I could have plastic knitting needles. So, you know, the ones that are blunted and aren't sharp at the top. And they still said no. So, yeah, that happened. I'm just sort of annoyed because the flight I'm going on is 5 hours long. And it's like 5 hours without knitting. I could finish a project in 5 hours and have it, you know, have it done, finished, and it, you know, the time would go quick, because when I knit, I'm in the knitting zone and I just forget about the time. So, yeah, I'm just a little bit annoyed that I can't take my needles. I know some airlines actually let you, British Airways, I think, let you, and Emirates. I think maybe the bigger airlines, the more popular airlines probably let you. But the airline that I'm going on is saying it's a risk, security risk, and it can be dangerous. So, yeah, I was really quite shocked because I understand, but when I asked for plastic needles, when I said I would buy plastic needles, and they still wouldn't let me, I was like, oh. I don't know what you guys think, or if you've ever had been on a flight and it's like not let you have your knitting needles. Frustrating, because it's obviously a long time for me, but oh well. And what I think I'm going to do is knit in the airport whilst we wait, and then as soon as, because I get there early, and as soon as we put the bag through, I'll have to pack this in my suitcase. But But yeah, I don't know if other knitters have come across this problem before with airlines or airports. I mean, yeah, it'd be nice to know if someone else has been refused to put their needles on the plane. So I think I'm going to read a book. I'm reading a really good book actually at the minute. So could read that, and I think I might jot down some new video ideas whilst I'm on the plane, so I can get prepared for when I come back. And also I am taking my camera with me, so I will still be filming on holiday, just won't be posting anything. But yeah, so that's my rant of the day. I'm really sorry that I've ranted for like 12 minutes, but it is just something I understand, but something I'm just really, really annoyed about, because I love knitting and spare time that I've got is knitting time. So sadly I won't be able to. Yeah, sorry about my rant, everyone. I bet you're like, God, this guy is so annoying. I don't mean to rant. Anyway, not really grown very far, but yeah, I'll keep going. So I'm going to carry on doing this now. I don't want this video to be like a really, really long podcast, because, you know, I could podcast for like an hour, but I feel like an hour's long video, no one's actually going to watch it. I mean, I appreciate everyone who watches all my videos now, but I feel like if I post like an hour long one, people are going to be like, I'm not sitting here for an hour watching you knit. Anyway, I will end the podcast here. I hope you guys was knitting with me whilst listening to my rant, but it would be interesting to know what people think, or if anyone else has actually had this problem. So it's not just me who's had this issue. It would be nice. And you guys can let me know what I can do on the plane, because it's a long flight and without knitting I'm going to be bored. So yeah. Anyway, I will see you soon, and thank you for watching this podcast. Bye.